So Travis Scott deactivates his Instagram account that had like what, like I don't know, like 30, 40 million followers or something like that because people were trolling him about his Halloween costume. Okay, so this is what I think about that. Listen, why would you like people are so caught up in the hype and caught up in material things that they don't even realize the blessings that they have. You just because you got trolled or you felt whichever type of way, you deactivated an account that had 34 million followers that you could have utilized that account to generate an infinite amount of income for people that need help or donations or the homeless or like you could have done anything with that account. If you're not going to use it and benefit from the blessings that you've received in your life, why not, pass them down to somebody that is in need? Like people are just so selfish. Like the millions of dollars that they already made off music isn't enough. It's just like, could you imagine how life altering or life changing that it would be for somebody, maybe an artist, maybe, a rapper, a singer, maybe someone that's going through a hard time in their life and could just use some support on a mass scale. Imagine having like 30 million people support you. Imagine how supported you would feel. Like, I know what it feels like to be, an artist that nobody even knows I exist. And, you know, feeling alone in a sense in my world, wishing that people knew the talent that I had or knew what I've been through in my life and to have supporters. They just don't know I exist. If they heard my music, if they knew who I was and seen what I've been through, there would be a lot of people that would, um, you know, love supporting who I am or my music or whatever, But I would look at it like this: like if I was somebody like that had like, if I was gonna delete my account that had 30, 40 million followers, like think about that for a minute. Like you could have, like first of all, you know how much money that somebody could generate from that Instagram account? Like the money that could be used to help people that need help right now, man. Like it's a pandemic. Like it's the Great Depression all over again. But they're doing inflation. That's why we don't realize how much trouble we're in yet. But that's almost a selfish act. Even though one would say, yeah, but that's his following that he built up. That's his platform to do whatever he wants with. That's true. You know what I mean? But that's a selfish way of thinking too. Oh, this is, I built this up so nobody else can benefit from it. Especially, I'm just going to delete it so everybody can starve. I don't care. I still got 10, 20 million in the bank. I'm good. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you're saying when you do something like that. Don't get caught up in the hype, man. And look at the blessings and the platforms that you have in your life like an opportunity to benefit others, to bless others. You know what I mean? Especially if you're blessed. And especially if you had the willpower and whatever unique ability that you had, or the hard work you were able to put in to get to where you're at. Just realize that you have an abundance of blessings and wealth and reach and influential power to create change in this world. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like having an abortion and cutting off that potential for life to flourish and thrive, choosing to make that decision because, well, I created it, you know it's my choice to make, to just take that life away. That's like, I know that's extreme, like, since we're talking about an Instagram account, but an Instagram account that has 30, 40 million followers could change millions of people's lives. Like, you don't get that. Like, to have that type of a reach and influential power, people don't realize like how much abundance of things you can generate from a following. Like, from people want to help, people want to help, people want to support you, people want to contribute to good causes. They just don't know, what's legit out there or not. But like, say somebody like Travis Scott were to make a post and say, you know what, I was going to deactivate my account anyways and just, you know, basically disrespect my entire following because I didn't like people trolling me about my Batman suit, cutting off potential, you know, to everyone, not just myself. You know what I mean? But just, man, it's like me having a Lamborghini and crashing it because I bought it and being like, whatever. When there's somebody sitting across the street watching that, starving or struggling to pay their bills, when I just crashed $1 million vehicle for just because I felt like it, because I have that abundance to do that. That's despicable. That's mad selfish. You know what I'm saying? Instead, you should have wrote it off to that guy across the street. You know what I'm saying? And been like, you know, here you go. If you're gonna just destroy something like that, or just delete an account that could generate millions of dollars, or make people's dreams come true out there, you know, because amazing things can happen when there's a lot of us, you know, when we all come together. And when you have a platform that has millions, like 30 million, 40 million people that have come together, even if you made a post and said, hey, could you donate $1 to this cause? Out of 40 million people, what do you think is going to happen? That $1 is going to be like, you know, times like a couple 100,000 at least. Let's say out of 40 million people, only like 1% donated that dollar. That's still like wealth, like an abundance of wealth. Like, it's not hard for one person to donate $1. You know what I mean? Anybody can do that. Somebody on welfare, disability can do that and not be affected by it. But imagine when you have a platform like that, the power that you could harvest, and also where you're not taking so much from the people that want to support you. I bet you there would be 1 million people out there that would willingly donate $1 to me just because of who I am, what I represent, my music, you know, maybe my, you know, my YouTube channel. Maybe they agree with some of the things, but and I'm saying this because I feel like that. Like, I was like, my whole life, bro, I was in a homeless shelter and had $20 to my name, and there was a blind dude, like literally, that just sits there with a can. Even if he's faking it, the guy was broken into a million pieces. He was disabled, like he was complete, like he, you know, you could tell he was disabled. And I gave him, actually, I bought a pizza, a whole thing of pizza, and I gave it to him, and I kept whatever was left. But I was sitting, I'm living in a homeless shelter, homeless, and that was the only $20 bill I had, and I fed another person that was struggling. Like, that's where you should be at. That's where your head should be at, man. You know what I mean? Because we're all in this together, but we've been divided, we've been separated, and we get caught up in the hype and the material things of this world, and the greed, and turning on each other and having hate towards each other. No mercy, no compassion. You know what I mean? It's selfish, it's greedy. Regardless if you earned it or not, you have a gift, you have an ability to produce. You know, not everybody can do what you can do, and you shouldn't expect them to, you know. So you have a blessing. God gave you a blessing. You've been blessed by the universe only to bless others, and you fail to recognize your blessing. That's all I got to say about that. um you know, if you agree, you know, hit the like, share this video, you know, comment what you think. But I just see potential for blessings on blessings on blessings that people take for granted, that they don't realize the power that they hold that could be done for good, you know. And they just selfishly act on impulse off of material things that just really honestly mean nothing. Excuse me. But it's just psychotic. Just psychotic. You know what I could have done with that account? The bro. Just me. What I could have done with that account. Like, I could have raised like $1 million off that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that people can do with the blessings they have to bless others, but they actually choose to destroy what they have because they have so much of it. And this is why the wealth own 99% of the wealth. Or the wealth, 99%. You know what I'm trying to say? 1% of own 99% of the wealth. Like, you know what I mean? The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And this is why. Self-destruct, greedy, selfish way of being. Once you get abundance, you neglect it. You take it for granted. Peace out, Corey Resilient.